everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Successful Woman's TV show. My name is Galit Ventura Rosen. I am co-founder of Everyday Woman TV, a professional speaker, and a serial entrepreneur. My favorite thing in the world to do is spotlight women that are doing what they love, and making a difference in the world. Today, I am happy to have Millen with me from Florida and France. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me, Galit. I'm so excited about this conversation with you.
It's going to be a lot of fun. I have to share real quick, when I asked you where you were from, you said you live half a year in Florida and half a year in France. And I said, that sounds fantastic. And we'll jump into how you do that today, as well as one of the things that you said was life by design. So we'll have to talk about that today too. But before I do that, I want to share a little bit about you. Millen has done a lot of things, so this bio is not going to do you justice, but I'm going to do my best to at least share a little bit about you. So Millen Livis, did I say your last name right?
Yes.
Livis, perfect. Millen Livis is founder of the Millionaire method and Dare to Change life coaching and mentoring company. She is a self-made millionaire who was able to beat the odds after she got divorced, depressed and financially broke, yet was able to transform her life from the inside out. She is international holistic financial independence mentor, sought after international speaker, best-selling author, investor, and entrepreneur. So welcome, welcome. Let's start and jump right in. Today, we're going to be talking about the topic, tips to create financial independence. And if anybody is one to share that, it's you. So take it away.
Thank you so much. I just want to tell you that everybody wants to be financially free. I can tell you, everybody I talk to, if I mentioned freedom, financial freedom, do you want it? Oh, yes, absolutely. But very few people actually bother to figure out how to make it happen. And to be fair, many just don't believe it's possible for them. They don't even start. So as you in your very nice presentation mentioned that I was like least likely person to become financially independent, and yet now I'm financially free for over 13 years, and started from I would say below ground zero, right? Was divorced, was seriously depressed, was physically broken after car accident, and financially broke. And then somehow, and I believe with the grace of God and a coach who came into my life at the right time, I was able to turn this around. And then I just reverse engineered my steps to success and created the Millionaire method, which is my holistic system for becoming financially independent. And today I want to share some of the steps from this system. So first of all, when people say, I want to be wealthy, it's not enough specific, right? When you want to go on vacation, you usually know where you want to go. And then, if you're driving, you put it in your GPS and directions and you get there, right? You know your destination. The same with building financial freedom. You've got to start with the end in mind. How your financially independent lifestyle will look like, right? Where do you want to live? Who do you want to be with? What do you want to do? How do you want to feel, etc., etc. So the step number one, start with the end in mind. Very important.
I love that. And I'm a visual person by nature, Millen. So for me, I actually see, now I'm not psychic, but I can see the end result in my head. And I have found that everybody has a different way of, in a sense, looking at the end result. Some people like to write it out, but I love how you said to take these steps. And for me, it's visually seeing me on my vacation, visually seeing the dollars in the bank account, visually seeing me on stage and speaking. What other methods have you found that work for your clients?
In terms of the step number one?
Yes.
I can tell you that I do have clients who have problem visualizing.
Fair.
Yeah. And so what we do with them, I say, okay, can you just draw? And she told me, I'm not an artist. Believe me, I'm not an artist too. And yet when I started my journey and I was suggested, like, so what do you want your life look like?
Mhm.
I started basically drawing a little house with the sunshine, with the ocean nearby by the house, and me walking, on the beach. That's what I wanted, and I was a horrible artist, but for my mind's eyes, it was enough, and that's exactly what I created. I live in Florida, 3 minutes walk to the ocean. Before my latest injuries from another car accident, I was walking on the beach every day. So I literally created what I put on a piece of paper, because we have ability to connect with our subconscious mind through our body. And that's why sometimes journaling and drawing really helps. So for those of you who cannot visualize it or cannot imagine it, okay? But this first step cannot be underestimated. It's very important.
I think it's the most important step. I think that's why you made
That's
it
why it's number one.
Yeah. All right. Well, take us through some more.
All right. So the second step also is very important. You have to train or wire your brain for success. And people, again, underestimate. I hear often, like, I have a money problem, right? Many people just kind of habitually say this. And with all due respect, I usually respond, you don't have a money problem. Money is not the problem. You are, right? Your habits, your beliefs, your attitude, your perceptions, your life philosophy. And it's so important, because we are so programmed with certain unsupportive beliefs, with certain unsupportive habits. We don't even notice them, right? Because we cannot see the label from inside the jar. And working with someone, or just basically making it your put it into your awareness that I want to become a person who can be financially independent, who can confidently say, I know what I'm doing and I will become financially free. So that you emit this energy of someone who is free, who is confident, who is giving, because you can only get when you give, right? So I like to say that giving is new getting. It's very important that you receive wealth, you receive love when you give this, when you help other people to have this. So this second step, you have to program yourself or condition yourself for success.
Yeah.
Very important, right?
Yes.
Do inventory of your beliefs, your habits, your perceptions.
So what are some of the ways that you help your clients do that?
Well, journaling is very powerful, right?
Okay.
And then, so I would say, I like to have like a list of things that I notice, because you've got to be observant. So create a list of things that you would like to experience in life. For example, I would love to be loved. I would love to be influential. I would love to create positive impact in the world, things like that, right? And then just look what kind of qualities person who would have this would need to have, right? What kind of qualities, what kind of beliefs? If you believe that life is not fair, clearly there is a conflict, right? So very important also to know your values, because if you make the decision that is not aligned with your values, somehow you will sabotage this. Like if you feel that you want to spend more time with your children, and at the same time you have a belief that building a business will take away your time from your children, you will sabotage creating a business. And that I see it very, very often. So like really know thyself, right? You've got to know your values, you've got to know your priorities in life. So many people, they jump into some program and they have no idea I just was on a call with someone like that. She bought very expensive program, but she's not sure why she's in this program, because she herself is not clear about her values, about her priorities in life, about her own beliefs, about many of her habits, right? So, and sometimes it's not easy to do it on your own.
Oh, I
right?
completely
We
agree.
need someone to point out to this.
Yeah, look from the outside in. We can't always see for ourselves what somebody else can see because we're knee deep in it and our emotions are involved in it. It's just what it is. Why do people go to other people for advice? Why do people go see therapists? Why do we talk to our husbands, wives, girlfriends, best friends about things? Because we need somebody else's perspective. Of course, make sure it's the right people, please. But some people out there shouldn't be giving you advice and should not be mentoring you. So make sure that they're qualified, make sure that they have the experience, make sure they know what they're doing. And I've had bad experiences with mentors. If it's a bad mentor, next, move on to the next one.
Yes.
I just want to make that clear. Thank you.
Yes.
That is a great tip number 2. What other tip can we give everybody?
Okay. Tip number 3, you've got to know your numbers. You've got to know your money, right? Money is very important. And what I use when I work with my clients, because my approach is holistic, so I mentor my clients in the area of mindset, money management, money investing, and also spirituality. So the third step is around managing your money intentionally. Specifically, I use what I call money mapping, right? So we create with my clients, money buckets, and we decide, and it depends on different people, we decide what percentage of your total income goes to what bucket. And it depends on phase of your life, right? If you still have little children or you have grown-up children. So this percentage will be different for different people. But what is important that you have this money very clear. I use 4 money buckets. One is for everyday expenses, like your regular lifestyle expenses, right? Second is for short-term savings, long-term savings, and for investing. So based on person's goals, current situation, and maybe some intentions that they have in terms of when they want to retire, when they want to maybe send kids to school, or etc. Very personal circumstances. We map these percentages in these buckets specifically for this particular person, right? So it would be very unique for everybody. So money mapping, and then once you have this money buckets mapped, then you can create a flow, right? You create automatic flow, because look, I live half a year in France, but most of my bills in the States are paid automatically, and vice versa, right? So I definitely incorporate this automated cash flow. Very important step. So then the next step is, okay, so I want to be financially free. And some people say, well, I want to be wealthy. For me, when people say wealthy, it's not specific enough, as I mentioned, right? Like I sometimes joke and I say, okay, you want to be wealthy. How many planes, yachts, helicopters, mansions do you want to have to feel wealthy? What is enough for you, right? Yes. So when I started my journey, I was very clear that I wanted to be free. And to be free, you have to be financially free. And that's when I came up with the idea that I actually have to calculate my financial freedom number, the amount of money I have to receive passively every month. So I know that I don't have to work, that I can choose to work, but I don't have to work.
I love that.
And that's my step number 4. You've got to calculate your financial freedom number. And that's what I do with my clients as part of the Millionaire Method. So
I have to ask you a quick question before you keep going. It sounds to me like one of the things that a lot of people lack, which I agree with, is the fact that they're not specific enough. They use these words like, I want to be successful, I want to be wealthy, but I want to have all the money in the world. Even that's not specific. And it sounds to me like you really sit down with your clients and you break it down. Well, how much do you want for this? And how much do you want for this? And how much do you want for this? is it also possible that a lot of your clients reach those goals and then they set new goals?
Absolutely. We grow, and as we grow, our ambition grows and our goals grow. And that's why I always, so when we calculate this number, and that would be basically, I want them to get to the point where they know that they work because they want to, not because they have to. But I always say it's this number or better. For example, when I started my journey, and like I said, I started with below ground zero. My number that I calculated that I needed to get passively was 8,000 a month. So I knew, it was a very clear aim. I knew that once I hit 8,000 a month, I will not have to work. Okay. I will, if it's better, great. So when I hit this number, I was like, I'm there. What's next? Okay. And that's when I was like, I want to publish my books. I want to work with women.
Yes.
Help them create this too. So it's usually this number or better. But knowing this number gives you like very clear, specific goals. So, okay, I got there. So
next.
now,
How you said
now
next.
what's next?
Millen, I liked how you said next, because as women, business owners or business women like me and you, we like the next. We like reaching a goal next. I love that you shared that. Were all such wonderful tips. And obviously you're living and breathing what you teach others, which I think is so important, because there are a lot of people out there that are teaching things that they haven't even accomplished and haven't even reached. True. You've built this life by design that you created for yourself, and now you're teaching other women how to do it as well, which I think is brilliant. So could you share with everybody how they can get a hold of you, how they can learn more about you, how they can work with you?
Sure. So first of all, it depends on where you are in life. I would say if you have money right now, and some people not very comfortable leaving money in the bank, right? And you want to learn how to invest strategically, and successful investing is strategic investing, I want to offer you a gift today. You can go to giftfrommillen.com, right? And it will redirect you to the website Beginner Investor Toolkit, which is ebook that you can learn 8 steps to become a strategic investor. I'm not a trader.
Okay, so gift from
Millen.com.
Perfect. Yes. And everybody, if you're watching, we have Millen's name spelled Millen. If you're listening on our podcast, you can grab the way her name is spelled from the description.
Thank you. And I also, for those of you who are not sure whether it's a good idea to invest, and maybe you still live paycheck to paycheck and you want to really figure out the best strategy for you to have more money with less stress and less risk, I would suggest that you schedule a complimentary consultation with me called Never Worry About Money Again. And you can schedule this consultation at speakwithmillen.com. Speak with Millen, Millen, with Millen.com. The value is almost $500, but for you, it's complimentary, no cost. And I think it would be very, very good idea to start with clarity, right? Always good idea to start with clarity before you start your journey. So that would be another option.
That's the mistake so many people make, is they're not clear. So really having that clarity is the key to success and reaching your goals. I love that. I love what you called that. Never worry about money again. It's brilliant. Millen, it's brilliant. Is there anything else you would like to share with us before we say goodbye to the audience?
I just want to say that the words that you used are very, very important, right? Be very attentive to the choice of words. And if that's okay, I want to share with you my favorite words. One is clarity. Mm-hmm. Second is freedom.
Okay.
Well, I wanted to say money. Yes, money too.
Yes, we like money. We've already discussed that, Millen. We like money.
So let's keep money there. And also gratitude. Like if you feel that you already full with all the abundance that you already have in your life, you will always have mindset of wealthy. like I call it wealth mindset, right? Mindset of abundance. And that's very important. You're part of nature. Nature is abundant, and you can choose to see abundance in your life, no matter where you are right now in your life.
Agreed. So
choose the word
clarity.
wisely.
Let's do it again. Clarity, freedom, money, gratitude.
Yes.
I love those words.
I can give you more, but
I know. We could talk till tomorrow. We'll have you on again for sure. But I appreciate you being a part of the show today. I appreciate you sharing your area of expertise. Anybody watching or listening, please reach out to Millen and grab that free gift, grab that ebook, and set up your clarity call or confidential complimentary call with her. And I appreciate you being here, and I appreciate everybody watching and listening to another episode of the Successful Women's TV show on Everyday Woman TV and on my podcast. My name is Galit Ventura Rosen, and I will see you next time. Bye, everybody.